All right, I want to just do this right at the top of the show today and get it out of the way. I don't want it to turn into a big controversy, and I just want to be ideologically and morally consistent here. Bernie Sanders previously said he would release all of his medical records, his full medical records, and now he's saying that he's not going to. And I believe that he should do it. I believe it shouldn't be any huge thing that divides the left or is a reason not to vote for Bernie or anything like that. At this point, this is a Biden, Buttigieg, Bernie race, I believe. There is one progressive there. It's Bernie. That's who I'm voting for in the primary, and that's it. But Bernie Sanders has criticized Donald Trump for saying he'd release his taxes and never doing it. Bernie promised to release his full medical records before the first votes were cast. The first votes were cast last Monday in Iowa. More votes are coming tonight in New Hampshire. There are a ton of people making this about things that it's not, a way to attack Bernie or about double standards or whatever. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm voting for Bernie in the primary, but he promised he would release his full medical records. No one made him promise that. He chose to do that, to make that promise. He said in November that releasing his health records, quote, it's the right thing to do. The American people have a right to know whether the person they're going to be voting for president is healthy. He's said it a number of times during interviews. Here is one.
Of course, the people do have a right to know about the health of a senator and somebody's running for president of the United States. Full disclosure. And we will make, at the appropriate time, all of our medical records public for you or for anybody else who wants to see them. Yeah.
He was asked on Meet the Press this weekend if he would do it, and now he says he would not, that he's released enough and that he's healthy.
The first votes have already been cast. You did not release your medical records. You released a few letters. Nobody interviewed your doctors. You did have a heart attack, apparently. Shouldn't voters see your medical records before Super Tuesday?
We have released as much documentation, I think, as any other candidate.
But no other candidates had a heart attack.
Well, look, no other candidate is doing 4 to 5 events a day running all over this country.
No, you've proven, I mean, there's no doubt, you've proven your mettle here, but voters, you heard voters have been concerned about your age.
You can start releasing medical records, it never ends. We have released a substantive part of all of our medical records. We have doctors cardiologists who are confirming that I am in good health. I am in good health.
What changes did the doctors ask you to make that you've made?
I'm trying to walk a little bit more, but the schedule doesn't allow me. They didn't say they did.
So I'm not making this anything more than what it is. When I tweeted I tweeted yesterday asking, since Bernie promised it, do you think he should do it? And I got some messages from people saying this is a really cheap way of smearing Bernie because you don't like him or whatever. I'm voting for him in the primary, okay? I see people saying on Twitter to me, Trump never released his taxes, so why does Bernie have to release his medical records? Well, he doesn't have to. But saying that the standard is now what Donald Trump does is silly when we're arguing that we're better than Donald Trump. Bernie said he would do it, and he should, plain and simple. Now, there's another angle. The other angle is, well, other candidates released letters from their doctors, and Bernie released letters from his doctors, and that's it. Again, Bernie said he'd release his full medical records, and he hasn't done it. Do we care? Do you care? Are we going to be consistent? That's really what the issue is here. Elizabeth Warren released a number of different things. She released documents that included a doctor's note, but it included hematology reports, chemistry reports, a whole bunch of stuff. Vice President released a doctor's report in December, and it is less than what Elizabeth Warren released. Bernie said he'd release everything, and he's now saying he's not going to do it. Now, I don't want to be morbid. I don't want to do anything other than what seems logical here, but it's widely known that when white men in their 70s, I mean, it applies to all races, but not, I'm just mentioning because we're talking about Bernie. When white men in their 70s have a heart attack, that has an effect on life expectancy. There are a lot of studies about life expectancy after heart attacks. And I hope that people are realizing this isn't Hillary Parkinson stuff. There are just real medical facts that I wish weren't true. But when I believe then 77-year-old has a heart attack, the academic research points to this is it's important that full medical records be made available, period. So let's not excuse this because it's Bernie and it's not Trump's taxes or Trump's bogus medical letter. Trump should release his taxes. Trump should actually subject himself to real rigorous medical examination that he clearly needs. And Bernie should release what he said he would release, period. If you disagree with me, let me know. For me, this is very cut and dry, and it doesn't really require any more conversation than the 4 minutes I've devoted to it today. Privacy.com is one of our sponsors, and they're giving you $5 just for using their free service at privacy.com/Pakman. Privacy is a service I've been using for a while now. I love it. It saves me a bunch of headaches. It's completely free, and it's very quick to set up. And here's how it works. When you pay for something online or over the phone, instead of exposing your real credit card number, Privacy lets you generate virtual card numbers. The payments are withdrawn from your checking account, but your real card number stays completely private, and you do it all with one click. You can autofill the card number in your web browser, on the phone. You can create 12 virtual cards a month. You can set spending limits, freeze them, delete them whenever you want. I especially love it for free trials where you need to give a credit card number, because I can destroy the virtual card number as soon as I give it to the company, and I know I won't be charged in the future. If you're ordering food over the phone, why do I need to give a restaurant my real card number if I don't have to? Companies don't have to know who you are. Your real credit card number is protected from the data breaches that happen, unfortunately, more often than we would like, and it's completely free. They do have a paid version with different tiers where you can create more virtual credit card numbers per month, cashback rewards, extra security features. But go ahead and sign up for the free service. It's a no-brainer. Companies can't charge you unexpectedly. You're protected from identity theft. It costs you nothing. And Privacy is giving you $5 to spend just for signing up when you go to privacy.com/Pakman.